Growing up, my mom, she ended up falling in with a bad crowd, and she ended up having to go to jail. So that was really hard for me growing up. I didn't have my mom in my life. I used to always get mad at myself and be like, oh, why me? Like, I don't want to be another statistic. I'm not gonna go out and like get high or like be drunk and everything or go on the streets and stuff. Like, I want to be better than that. I don't want to be like my mother or like other of my family members. I just want to be better, and I knew God had a plan for me.
I'm from the north of England, a town called Middlesbrough, and Middlesbrough got rated the worst place to live in England as far as crime rates, teen pregnancy, people graduating high school and all that stuff, like the money income on houses. And I was in the rural part of it, like the low of the low part, and that's where I grew up. My MMA coach led me to Christ, and just after that, like, I don't know, I can't explain it. There was like a fire, an urge for me to go out and tell everybody how good this God is, and like from a place where that's not looked upon as like cool or whatever.
My dad was a Church of God pastor, and I love my parents. They're awesome. I grew up in Newcastle, Indiana, and at a pretty small church, but in a pretty small town. We were just trying to make ends meet, and there were days where like we wouldn't know if like where the bills were coming from, and even when times are tough financially for my family, God provided, and my family learned the importance of daily bread.
I'm a business major from the Dominican Republic. I'm coming from a small town called Los Trinitarios. I grew up there since I was a little kid. I didn't grow up with my father. I grew up with my mother and my grandparents. They told me all that I know right now, and I really thank God for the family that I have.
So we had no money, so I had no financial provision whatsoever. I was just like, I know this is what I'm meant to be, this is where I'm meant to go, but I was the only Christian in my family, so like to tell them that God was going to provide for all this seemed like bizarre to them, but I knew it was going to happen, and I just like consistently like prayed for it every single night until I came here. So like, and God opened doors in ways that I couldn't ever do by myself.
If it wasn't for scholarship, I probably wouldn't be in school, like maybe community college, finishing up there. But as for a four-year university, my background and my family financially, we wouldn't have been able to do it.
I probably wouldn't have gotten to college without scholarship, and that breaks my heart because I've always had a passion for learning. But really the sole reason, besides the fact that people here called me back and knew my name, and besides those reasons, they really made it financially possible for me to go.
There's no way for me to afford all that money. And I was praying the Lord and asking the Lord for a favor, for a miracle. And after a couple weeks, I received a call of my manager telling me like, sign with the school because I have a person that is gonna sponsor you. That person is gonna pay the rest of your tuition bill so you can go to MACU. And I was like, that was amazing. I don't even know the person. I don't even know the name. If I had that person in front of me, to be honest, I will be almost in tears, because what God did through that person was something amazing.
I want to work with underprivileged children who have grown up in like hard homes, like if their parents have been on drugs or anything like that, and they've just had a tough life and they just need somebody to pour out into them. I want to be that person because we have a similar background, and I just want to like tell them everything that I would have wished that somebody would have told me when I was younger.
So there was all this like mental health problems in my family growing up that I wanted to just see how I could help people who have been addicted to drugs or going through mental health stages. From all the experience I've been through growing up, I believe that like I can help people for the better in that.
I have a passion for communication and effective communication, and I have a passion for explaining to others who Christ is. In a well-represented way.
I'm really passionate about people and getting to learn everybody and like see how they are, like from the outside looking in, and just like even getting to know them internally. that's important. Like, I just love people.
I feel like my dream now, I just want to impact as many people as I can and just make their lives better. Whatever I can do to interact with people and just, I don't know, help them, like disciple them.
I really feel comfortable and feel home being here. It's been a blessing being here.
The moment I stepped foot on this campus, it was just like, wow, like something's different. Like the people, how they came to me, like they weren't afraid to talk to me or welcome me in. They were just like really loving and everything, and I really appreciated that.
I really love how humble people is in here and how godly are people in here and the way they involve with the students. Like they don't say like we will help you. They say we will help you, but they mean that, like they show that. So they preach by example. That's one of the greatest things I've been experiencing in MACU.
The heart of the people who work here, everybody I've come in contact with, whether it's admissions, my professors, my coaches, there's something different about them, and I think their genuine pursuit for the Lord is inevitable, and it's shown on like how they love on the students here.
I'll never forget this place. I'm so glad that out of all the places, like God brought me here and he made it to where I was able to come here. He always provides, like he's right on time, like never late, just the scholarships. If it wasn't for the scholarships, I wouldn't have been able to come. And just like thinking back, like if I wasn't at MACU, I wouldn't have met all these people. Yeah, I was like, wow, I love this place.
I honestly don't know where I would be if I hadn't gotten a scholarship, and I kind of don't want to know. It probably wouldn't have been good, because I remember when my dad told me that we weren't going to be able to afford my other schools, I cried really hard, and it was very upsetting for me.
Being in the Dominican Republic, I never thought that I will have a way to come here to this place. I'm coming, from very, very, very humble family. So, and without a scholarship, I wouldn't be able to attend MACU.
There's no chance because I couldn't afford it, I couldn't afford to go to any other school or back where I'm from. Like I said, it was like a really poor rural area. And the people that I knew, everybody that I knew on my soccer team growing up, they're either drug dealing, got kids. So I'd just be stuck in that bubble back in the north of England.
Your money is impacting people, and it's impacting the kingdom. And it's, if that person that got your scholarship talked to someone in their classroom and they went and changed the world, like you don't know the ripple effect that a scholarship can have.
I just want you to know that I'm extremely grateful and thankful for everything that you've done for me. Thank you for donating. It is so important. I wouldn't be able to sit here and have a degree under my belt if it wasn't for you. I'm really appreciative of that, and I just pray that all is well with you and your health, and that God continues to keep on blessing you, because you've been a big blessing to me.
Thank you for your willingness to give to this school and the system here. We're truly grateful. You're not just impacting one person's life, but you're impacting thousands, hundreds of people's lives, and they get to go back to their home countries or wherever home is and get to impact people there all because of your generosity. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much for everything that you do, and your generosity and your heart for giving to us MACU students here. Your donation is really changing the lives of people here and people who we will impact later. And really it's an investment into the kingdom and into God's ministry, and for that we are forever thankful.
Thank you so much. You have no idea about what you have done for me. You really have changed my life in a miraculous way, and I thank you for that.